let's take a look at our first lesson. That is lesson 1. So under lesson 1, we are going to look at what programming is. So when we say programming, what does it mean? Computers are actually dumb. And why do we say computers are dumb? Computers are dumb because computers cannot do anything unless we give them some set of instructions for them to actually follow to do the work or to perform the work we want it to perform. So the process of giving these step-by-step instructions to the computer to actually follow to perform a task for us is what is known as what? Programming. So without step-by-step instructions, computers cannot do anything or perform any task. So the process of giving these step-by-step instructions to the computer to follow in order to perform the task we want it to perform is what is known as what? Programming. And this set of instructions we give to the computer are known as what? Codes. So we give codes to the computer to follow in order to perform a task. So the way we give these step-by-step instructions to the computer to follow, as I have said earlier on, is what is known as what? Programming. But to break it down into simpler terms, we will say that programming is the act of telling a computer exactly what you want it to do. So the process of instructing a computer or telling a computer exactly what you want it to do is what is known as what? Programming. Every instructions that we give to the computer should always be right. And then why do we say that all instructions we give to the computer should always be right? This is because computers, as I have said earlier on, computers are dumb. And computers being dumb means that they follow any instructions we give to them blindly without asking questions. So it is up to us giving the set of instructions to the computer to make sure that every instructions we give to the computer is actually the right instructions. This is because if we do not give the right instructions, then the computer will also give us wrong what? Result. That's why we said garbage in, garbage out. What we give to the computer is what the computer will actually give to us. The computer follows any instructions we give it to it blindly without asking what? Questions. So the computer becomes powerful as a result of the instructions we give to it. If the instructions we give to the computer are actually right instructions, then the computer becomes what? Powerful. That's why we say that the computer will only be powerful if we give the right what? Instructions to it. Remember, the process of giving these right instructions to the computer is what is known as what? Programming. Now, through this process, we are able to produce cool things like games. We are able to design websites, and then we are even able to program robots. The games that we play are actually set of instructions. The website we visit are also set of instructions, and the robots that we see around doing one or two things, these robots are all given set of instructions to follow. So in games, we anticipate that the player will maybe click here. So we give set of instructions to the computer that if the player clicks here, then you should also do this. If the player does not click here and then the player clicks there, then you should also what? Do this. So through this, we are able to produce what? Games. And as I have said, we are even able to what? To program a robot to become what? Powerful. So who is a programmer? When we say a programmer, who actually is a programmer? The programmer is the person who actually sits down to write the set of instructions for the computer to follow. So the person who sits to write the set of instructions for the computer to follow is called a programmer. Now, let's look at the languages of humans. We humans use various languages to communicate to ourselves. So we say that humans use language to talk to themselves. And without these languages, we cannot communicate to ourselves. So we have popular languages that we humans use to communicate to ourselves. We have one, we have Twi. So we use Twi as a language to communicate to ourselves. We have Ewe. Ewe is also a language that we use to communicate to ourselves. Then we have Fanti, and then we have a language also called what? Fafra. So we have so many languages that we humans we use to communicate to ourselves, and without these languages we cannot communicate to ourselves. Just like we humans having a whole lot of what? Human languages that we use to communicate to ourselves, programmers also use what is called programming language in order to be able to communicate or to write a set of instructions that the computer follows to perform the task. So yes, computers understand what program languages, and this is the language that are used by programmers in order to be able to write the set of instructions that the computer actually follows to perform the task or the job or any work we want the computer to do for us. Yes, so programming language, we will say that is a special language that are understood by computers. So these are the languages used by what? Computer programmers in order to be able to communicate their ideas to the computer to be able to to actually perform them. So we have some popular programming languages. We have Java, just like we have in Twi. We also have what? Java as a programming language used by programmers to communicate their ideas. Then we also have what? Python. Then we have C. Yes, this programming language is called what? C. Just like we have Fafra, we also have what? C in programming language. Then we have another one called JavaScript. The last one we have on our list is what? Is C++. So just like we have so many human languages, we also have what? So many programming languages that are used by programmers to communicate or to write the set of instructions that the computer follows. Now, as we come to the end of this lesson, let's take these few questions. Question number 1. What is programming? Question number 2. Who is a programmer? Question number 3. We look at what does a programmer use to write the set of instructions that the computer follows to work. So what does a programmer use to write the set of instructions the computer follows to work? Then mention any 5 programming languages you know. Mention any 5 programming languages you know. Now, support the channel. We kindly urge you to like, subscribe, and share the videos for others to also benefit. Then put all your answers at the comment section. We will take time to verify all the answers you put there. This is the end of the first lesson. Let's look at lesson 2.